Hello, my beauties. I think we're live. We are live. Hey, it's Viv here. How are you? Happy Mother's Day. I only, I got reminded that it's Mother's Day. I actually didn't remember because I am terrible about any holiday and I try not to take in too much media. But anyway, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there around the world. You'll see me looking over to my left because maybe I can bring my laptop closer. So I am so glad you're here and welcome to the folks who are going to catch the replay. Let me bring my laptop closer up. So actually, I'll just look down, which will be less weird than like looking off to the side. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? I know, well, first of all, it's probably a lot of you. I'm going to close some tabs, guys, because of course I have a million different tabs open. A lot of you are probably busy with preparations for Mom's Day. Maybe you're having brunch. I think as I'm live now, it's 11 o'clock. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. Minute. 5. I think it's noon now. Yeah, it's about 1:45 on the East Coast. Anyway, welcome. Let me know that you're here. Hi, Bee. Peace and wellness to you too. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like I look shiny. I've been getting more sun because, yes, I am in Sardinia. And oh my God, the sun is so bright. It's more, intense, certainly than the UK, but that's probably not saying a lot. So my skin, I don't know. But I am so glad you are here. Say hi as you come in, and let me just give you an outline of what we're going to talk about. Hold on. Okay. So I've got it. I'm all organized. I'm getting more organized. Okay. We're going to start with opening affirmations. Okay. Then we're going to talk about mothering ourselves. And coming home to inner love was a subtitle. Okay. Mothering ourselves. Okay. That's what we're going to talk about. Let's see, and then we'll just talk about that, parenting, the role of the mother, and expect stuff can come up, right? Because the mother archetype is such a powerful archetype and such a powerful influence in our lives. So, yeah, and I know many of you, like me, your mom may have passed already. Or some of us in this community, we had a mom or a family situation that was really toxic. So we're going to kind of be there for all of that, okay? As well as, hold on, some beautiful, beautiful practices we're going to do, again, to mother ourselves. So B, how are you doing? Share in the live chat, which I'm pointing down. I don't think it's down for you. It depends if you're on your laptop or if you're on on a cell phone. So let's start. Let's just start. So yes, there are a lot of emotions that can come up with Mother's Day. Even not just relating directly to your mother, but for example, in my case, to others in my family who are mothers, there can be issues. So let's just really be here for each other, okay? And if things are great with your mom and you're watching this in the replay, I think this will still be helpful, okay? So let's just do a little bit of breath work, a little bit of centering. Go ahead and close your eyes if you are able to at this moment. We always start with those 3 nice deep breaths and the 3 even more important exhale. And that exhale, you're just letting go. Long, slow exhale. And I've got my feet like hip distance apart, right? Like pretty wide apart, so I'm really feel very stable on my chair. I'm sitting in a straight back chair. And my spine is straight. So just keep taking deep breaths in and out. especially if you really want to get the full experience from this video and from this experience. Exhale. And I understand if you need to come back later, or some of you maybe also, I'm getting some of you are prepping, making food, and so you might just be listening. But if you can, just do the breathing, okay? Again, so I'm just really glad you were here. So let's just jump in and talk about what I and others call the mother wound. Um, so perhaps, and let me go back to where I can kind of see myself and see your questions. The wound is if you did not have the perfect mother. Okay, I want to know who had the perfect mother. And I do actually feel like it's a huge strain for women to have this archetype of the mother hanging over them. It's very powerful. It can be very restrictive. So let's talk about that. First of all, as we all know, not every woman is cut out to be a mother. And I think that's like the first thing just to acknowledge, right? For the reasons of maybe age, immaturity, simply not, having the mental or emotional capacity to be a mother, and simply also maybe not wanting to, right? So it's not all women are meant to be mothers. Give me a yes if you're with me on that, right? Unlike some folks in our society who really feel like, well, biologically, that's what you're built for. So, we all have seen the results of poor mothering and fathering, but we're not going to talk about dads today, okay? We're not really going to talk about the fathering today. So just first to acknowledge, not all of us are meant, not all of you, not all of us are meant to take that role as mother. But let's assume we're going to come from ourselves and look back at our mother. So I got the wound, right? When we didn't feel held, we didn't feel seen or loved by our mother. And if you want to share, again, just to do it as like a healing process, if you want to share what comes to your mind in terms of, again, those of you watching who this is your experience, maybe times where you didn't feel seen or well mothered, you can share in the chat, okay? Just so you have that ability to voice what you went through. So yeah, poor mothering, absent mothering. In my case, I'll share my story, and then just to encourage some of you to share. My mom did have a alcohol problem, and I understand it more now. But of course, as a child, you don't have the vision. You don't understand, nor could you understand all the details. So those of you who, mom might have had some substance abuse or also mental health issues. So I think in my parents' case, my mom's case, she definitely suffered from depression, though, when there's abuse, like alcohol abuse involved, it's hard to tell. I always feel like it is the chicken or the egg. But she definitely suffered from depression. So there was a lot of sadness all the time, right? So you're seeing a mom, again, different cases, maybe a mom that is sad, right? That's battling sadness, or is battling her own self-love, her own self-worth, which was also in my mother's case, right? It can be very, very difficult, right? Then it's going to be hard for them to give you the mothering you need. And I feel like, especially in the Black community, and this applies also to other communities as well, but the focus might be more on getting the practical. And I think a lot of times immigrant communities too. What I mean by that is like okay, so I was always fed, right? Always, there was always that was there. The meals were prepared by mom, right? Because it's my generation too. Mom cooked your meals. Occasionally I'd beg for like a frozen dinner because I was a weird child. I'd want a frozen dinner. Who knows? Who knows? Share with me if you were like that. But, homemade meals. I want to say my mom made, yeah, like we didn't go out to McDonald's. The cooking was her way of expressing her care as a mother. Okay. And I'll definitely look at your comments. Please keep sharing them. Absolutely. And again, remember, most folks end up watching this on the replay. So I'm really happy if you're here live. But So a lot of times the mothering that women under stress can do is just the practical. Okay, your clothes are clean, right? My clothes were clean. Um, fed, there's a roof over your head, right? They were just trying to deal with the basics. Now, beyond that, building your self-esteem. Okay, I'm kind of being sarcastic here because Um, and my parents were from the Caribbean. Again, certain cultures, and this could be around the world, different cultures, the parents are not going to be like the lovey-dovey parent, right? You see it in stand-up, comedians when they do it. Like, apparently, I think Korean parents are also quite harsh. Maybe it's Chinese as well, but I've seen different comedians talking about that. So, like, Caribbean parents, I'll say specifically Jamaican parents, do not believe in this, like, oh, honey, what would you like to wear to school today? Let's look at 3 outfits for you, okay? Do you want to wear the pink one? Do you want to wear the one with the elephants? You love that one? Or do you, no, this is what you're going to put on and okay, we got to go, right? So it isn't all of these options and like you won 5th place and they're like, you know, let me know if you, if you did or didn't have that, okay? So, anyway, like it wasn't like that for many of us. So that can leave a wound, all right? And so I made myself laugh, which is good. All right, so absent parenting or poor parenting. And I know some of you, especially on my videos about trauma, I know some of you had really bad, horrific or abusive childhoods. And so I know that can be very hard and still resonating, right? It's still sort of resonating for you. Let's just take a breath in. Again, all of you who are watching live and in the future, and just feel like we're giving support as we breathe in. We're sort of holding our strength, holding our prana, and as we exhale, let go of any grief, any sadness related to those we know or ourselves who had this difficult or lack of mothering, okay? Very, very painful. So don't feel abnormal if that's the case for you. And I think you can be in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s and still carrying that pain. Okay. That can be the case. So let's talk about mothering ourselves. Let's talk about mothering ourselves. Before I go on, though, I'm going to read some of your comments. Okay. So, and remember, like I always say, sometimes I'm here and there's like 2 or 3 people who really resonate with what I'm saying. And I always feel like Spirit sent me live and gave me the topic for those of you watching. Even if it's like 2 or 3 people, there's always a few people who really resonate and who are like, oh my gosh, so yes, yes, yes. So B says, yep, not all women are meant to be mothers. Absolutely. And hey, if you're just joining, we're talking about this Mother's Day, we're talking about mothering ourselves. I'm sorry if I look down, it's because my laptop is below me and I can see myself there versus just staring at the black back of my phone, which just feels weird. At least this way I'm talking to myself when I look down, which is why I need your comments to know that I'm not just alone in a room in Sardinia with some old-fashioned art and decor behind me, okay? So, and I will put your comments up, so feel free to share. So B, yeah, it sounds like you have had a lot go on. Yeah. So yes, absolutely. Not all women are meant to be mothers. And let's just hold that reality. They might have been forced into being a mother. They might have, there's so many things that could have happened that put them in a situation that even they knew they weren't prepared for. So absolutely is the case. So let's talk a little bit about, because we didn't feel held and seen and loved to the degree that we wanted, I'm actually going to take a step back. I have, and I'm like starting my lives now with, we're going to do some affirmations. So I have 3 affirmations, so please do them with me, all right, around this theme. Are you ready? And B, it sounds like you've put up some good boundaries. Is that right? So I think that's fantastic. All right, so let's just bring yourself now to the present, okay? and we'll do a quick practice. And then we're going to do some more practices as well. So let's do some affirmations. We didn't do them right at the opening, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and rub your palms together, please. Okay? Again, those of you, especially if you know you've had a lot of trauma, just do your best to stay present. Bring yourself back to the present. Okay? You're rubbing your palms together. Feel the contact of your palms. Okay? All right, now take your hands and just put one hand right at the heart center, center of the chest, and the other hand on top. All right, good. And just, it's okay to be with however you feel. Those of you watching who maybe your mom passed away, as my mom has, I know it can also be very, very, very difficult. Like maybe you had a great relationship or a good relationship with your mom, but she's now passed. So we're just here in the space together and just offering you some support. Both hands are over the heart chakra, the center of the chest, right? Breathe in, breathe out. So we can, I believe, we can, when you're ready, when you're moved out of, when you're in a healing phase, okay, you can mother yourself. You absolutely can. So you can mother yourself. And often that's what's missing. That's the gaping like hole that we need to fill is with our own mothering. So let's do our first affirmation together. Okay, I'm going to repeat it very slowly first and then again. I am learning to mother myself with tenderness, patience, and love. Okay, let's do it together. Okay, repeat it. You can repeat it after me. I'll break it into parts again. I'm learning to mother myself with tenderness, patience, and love. Let's do one more time. I'm learning to mother myself with tenderness, patience, and love. Okay, how did that feel? That's our first one. Awesome. Breathe into it and breathe out. Okay. Affirmation number 2 for the day. The love I longed for, just want to listen the first time. The love I longed for lives within me now. Okay. Repeat after me. The love I longed for lives within me now. The love I longed for lives within me now. Okay, perfect. And now let's do our third and final affirmation. Okay? This one's really beautiful. It's more general. Each breath is an invitation to come home to myself. I like that, like home to myself. All right? So repeat that after me. Each breath is an invitation to come home to myself. Each breath is an invitation to come home to myself. All right, good. So we did our affirmations just to kind of shift our energy. Welcome if you're just joining. I'm looking down because my laptop with the live video is below me. So, and I can also see your comments on the laptop. So if you're just joining, we're talking about how to mother ourselves and help heal that wound from poor mothering. And I shared a story that my mom, in fact, had a drinking problem, but was wonderful at, despite all the outer problems that she was having, difficult partner. My father was very, very difficult, emotionally abusive to her. And so she had more of like a martyr complex, suffering, and he was like the dominant, aggressive abuser. So it was this dynamic that they fed off of each other. He consistently put her down, and then she sort of soaked in that feeling bad about herself. And it was just constant, like they'd hit the ball back and forth with each other. Right? She's like, I'm terrible. And he's like, yes, you are. I'm terrible. Yes, you are. That kind of thing. Right? And I, even as a child, I was able to see it. And so I just want to say to some of you, I feel like some of you who are going to watch this, you also, even as a child, you knew something wasn't right, and you knew, maybe you even saw the pattern, okay? As I've shared before, when I was about age 12, I told my mother, I said, we need to move away from dad. I'm sorry, I think that's pretty advanced for a 12-year-old. I think that just comes from my like spiritual basis. I just said, he's, I'm being the adult in the relationship, the mother-daughter relationship. I sat her down, we were sitting down, and I don't remember how I felt, I have to break this to her, but I was like, Mom, I really think we should leave dad. I mean, and that's pretty stunning, right? I think it's, maybe you've had that experience if things were that bad. So let's do what we can. Okay, so mother ourselves. So what does that mean? So mothering is about nurturing. Mothering is about protecting ourselves from abusers, right? The whole stereotype of, the mama bear, the mama lion, any animal, the mother will typically give her life if she has to, especially instinctually, to protect her child, right? It's just a thing. I mean, she's carried the baby within her body. I think there's this really, really obviously intimate closeness versus a father. I do. I think it's a different energy. So, protection, nurturing, and listening to, right? A good mom is like, you might be rambling. You're 3 years old. You're going to ramble on about kindergarten or what your friend did or your doll broke or your bicycle broke, right? Or something. So, mom, it's this mothering, it's like listening and encouraging. So, that's what we want to do to ourselves, for ourselves, to mother ourselves. That's what we're talking about. So, nurturing ourselves, protecting ourselves, listening to ourselves, and encouraging our inner child. Okay, so I'm going to go back to your comments now, see if there are new comments. Okay, so great. B has commented a lot. Thank you, B. What I would love to is hear from those of you who haven't said hi yet. Again, you've come into this space. You may as well say hi, give me a greeting, and say hello. I'm going to move back a little bit because I want you to see my shirt. I think I showed this and I had just bought it, but what I love about it is it has little textures on it, has little daisies on it. So in some ways, it's like a little childlike shirt. Yeah, they're little like daisies, little white. Can you see that? Little daisies with little yellow centers. So, and perfect for the warm weather here. So it's Mother's Day. Let's keep going with this theme of how we can mother ourselves. And we're going to do some self-mothering practices, okay? And let me see, do I have any more recollections about, even my mom, my family was so strange that I would say that the typical idea of getting like a birthday card, I don't think I got one every year. I might have. And my father was the worst, you guys. My father would never remember my birthday. Like, I think one time, like one time I got a card and my mom probably bought it. So, yeah, it was not the typical, like the stereotypical American child and birthday parties with the other kids. Again, Caribbean parents of a certain era and preoccupied with their own lives. That wasn't something on their radar at all, at all. Let me know if that was you or if you did at least get, little birthday gift. I'm sure I got little birthday gifts sometimes, probably like one thing. Um, but yeah, it wasn't made a big deal of. So yeah, yep. Okay. So let's do some self-mothering practices. All right, let's take some time. Okay. And again, if you need to come back, watch the video, absolutely do so. So some a self-soothing ritual. Again, let's rub the palms together because we do have chakras in the center of the palm. There's a very important acupressure point. Let's make that hands warm. And all we're going to do is just go like this on the upper arms, which is funny with this shirt because it's like I'm raking the flowers. It's just kind of weird. It's like I'm like, ah! Okay, but just rub down your upper arms. Okay. Breath in and exhale. right? Because often, a mom would do that, right? They'd soothe you down. So just a very simple practice you can do. Okay. We did our affirmations. I'm going to give you a journal prompt now, and I'm going to take a minute. Okay, this is a live, but I really want to lead it as if you are following along. Again, you may be in your car, I get that, but I'm going to leave a little time and I'm going to give you a journal prompt, okay, for reparenting, for starting the process. It's not something you're going to do just with this video. This is the prompt, what did I need to hear that I never heard? What did I need to hear that I never heard? That's a prompt to start a healing process. I don't have my journal here. I have a different notebook, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this later. Okay? What did I need to hear that I never heard? So let's just take a minute, take a moment. B, are you still with me? Are you doing the practices? Okay. I'm going to repeat it one more time. Let me repeat that. So this is a journaling prompt you can do later today, during the week. And tonight is also a full moon night, and I should let you know, as spiritual seekers watching this and star seeds watching this as well, coming in later, some of you, the full moon is literally the magical event that is the most closely related to mother and to the feminine. The full moon is seen as a representation of the divine feminine, of the mother energy, of the feminine energy at its literal fullest. The moon is typically seen as cooling, nurturing, soothing, to the sun being the sort of, the brightness, the warmth, um, certainly a more assertive, right, energy. It's like a yin and a yang. So you can use yin and yang if you don't like the masculine, feminine terminology. There's still that duality. And without either, life on our planet wouldn't exist, right? Without either duality of the moon energy, which is more with the feminine, and the sun energy, which is more of the masculine. And then together we have balance, right? So your prompt, one more time. What did I need to hear that I never heard? And I'm going to share with you because something came to me as I read that earlier. I would say, and I'm going to say for some of you watching this, what I heard, I think you could relate to is what I would have liked to hear is, and put it in first person, I am good enough, or you are good enough. That's why sometimes I do affirmations, you guys, and I do it in the second person. It's not the second person because many of us, I know they're like, I am, I am, I am, but many of us, it's that inner child, and the inner child needs to hear, you are, right? You are, like a voice of authority saying something positive. So what I would have liked to hear personally is you are enough, or you're good enough. Okay, let me go back to your comments. All right, and also StreamYard sometimes does not let all the comments come through. So do post a comment in the live chat if you are here with me live, okay? Okay. Now let's do one more practice, okay? And then I'm going to open it up to just chatting as we continue to talk about mothering ourselves, mothering ourselves. And again, many of us, before we do that, what I'd like to do is I'm going to challenge you to think of even one time or one memory where your mom did something very loving. This is especially for those of you who did have a difficult or absent mother. If she was completely absent, maybe it was a foster mom, or maybe it was an older sister or an auntie. Again, it's just going to take about half a minute. Think of a time when you were mothered directly and loved either by your mother or a mother figure. Okay, so let's take some time. Just think about that. What pops out? Did she take you somewhere, buy you an ice cream? Okay. Please share in the chat and in the comments afterwards, after the video isn't live anymore. I think for me, I just remember there was one birthday where my mom gave me a special card, and I don't remember why I thought it was special. Um, Maybe it was something she wrote, but I just remember there was one year I got a card, and maybe it was because every year I didn't get a card, but it was a card, and she had written something very sweet. I don't remember it. I probably have it tucked away somewhere. Let me see if any of you commenting on that. All right. Yeah, share if was there a time that your mom did something wonderful for you, okay? And do share that in the chat because I think it'll help others to see that. All right, and what I want to do, our last practice that we'll do before I'll just open it up is I'm going to lead us on a loving kindness meditation directed towards our inner child, our inner child. I'm going to keep it short. And those of you who don't know, loving kindness is a practice where we just repeat certain phrases and we send love and compassion, not romantic love, but just like love to different human beings, animals, plant life. It's just a practice where we open our heart, right, to all beings. But let's do it today specifically for the inner child. All right. So go ahead and just take a nice deep breath. And I'm actually going to just shake a little bit. Let's shake the arms, right, like that. I'm going to shake them down, shake your shoulders. And I'm also going to like sort of tap my feet into the ground, reground, reground. Okay. Okay. Good. If you're just joining, let's do a practice to support mothering ourselves. You can mother yourself, so it's a quality, and often it's we then are missing it because we didn't get it, and that's what I'm aiming to kind of give you a little bit of an intro to. Okay, before we do this practice, I do want to invite any of you. There should be a link in the chat now, and it'll be below, and it is a free quiz where you can assess how stress is affecting your body and learn a bit more about stress and your health and your wellness, okay? It's in the comments now, and it'll be below once the video is also not live. All right, let's do our loving kindness meditation for our inner child. Sit up nice and tall if you're in a straight back chair, but some of you, if you have a recliner, go ahead and recline, okay? I feel like for this, it's okay to recline. Get comfortable. Okay, I'm going to take off because it's pretty warm. Like I said, it's like 73. I think it's like 75 where I am right now. I think it's, yeah, in Sardinia. It was 73, but it feels warmer now. The sun, that lower sun is coming directly in. So I put my feet on the tile floor. Get yourself comfortable. Okay, let's just do a really short practice. So breathe in. And exhale. Now feel your body, right? Your head, your feet. I want you to picture like a smaller version of you is inside your body. Okay, just envision or feel within yourself a tiny version of you, maybe age 2, 3, 4, 5. Is like within your body. And I'm sorry if you're hearing any, you probably won't hear it, but there's like somebody I think turned on their television. And just feel like palms are up, turn your palms up, and just feel your younger self. Maybe think of a picture. We've done something similar a while ago. Yourself as a young child. And just, yeah, from your favorite picture. Do you have pigtails? How was your hair done? Was it in cornrows? Was it down and straight or curls? Right? What would you wear? When I was little, I often wore little dresses that were like almost like tutus, like they were that sort of, girly. So picture yourself now and feel your innocence, your sweetness. And say to yourself, use your name now. Use your name. Just say your name and say, may you be well. May you be well. May you be peaceful and happy. May you be happy and peaceful. May you be joyful. You are loved. You can change that if you'd like to. Change it a little bit. Let's just go with these next phrases. You are worthy. Again, you can picture yourself facing you as a little child or like right within you, whatever feels easier for you. Just say to yourself, say your name. You are worthy. You are special. That's a nice one. You are very special. Okay, and really try to feel it. Try to generate that feeling for yourself. And then last phrase is you are loved. So again, yeah, you could see yourself seated like little you in a big chair and just like facing you, very innocent. Or again, sort of within you, you can kind of feel like this smaller version that was you right before you grew and grew and grew. Okay, let's do one more set. You are special. Say your name. You are worthy. You are loved. Bring your hands back to your heart chakra, one hand over the other, and just feel your inner child, feel or sense or see them smiling back, that they've absorbed these phrases. This is something you could do every day. You could do for like 22 days, 30 days. Deep breath in, and then say to yourself now, I am special. I am unique. I am uniquely beautiful. Try that. I am uniquely beautiful. I am loved. I am loved. Right. How did that feel? How did that feel if you were able to go through? Again, I know some of you are driving, you're on public transport. But I do want to know if that was helpful. And yeah, let me see. Okay, wow. Yes, 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 yes. All right, let me put up on the screen this. I know this is a funky link. It's live in the chat now, and I will put it below the video if you want to find out more about how your body is responding to stress that you've had, probably long term, whether it's from the mothering issue or not. Let me see if there's a new comment. Oh, thank you, my love. Yeah, let's put that up. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you doing, V-Bay? V-Bay-Bay 321. How are you doing? And So yes, if you would like to coach with me, take this little quiz. And then if you want to talk with me about it in terms of, it lists also your emotional stress, not just physical stress or physical issues that you might be having. Um, and it tells you how you can book what's called a clarity and calm call with me, where you will get clarity and you will definitely feel calmer afterwards. It's a 30-minute call. But again, the quiz, to take the quiz, is free, and it does kind of tell you which element is imbalanced in your body. And I'm going to be sharing more about that, as I've said. Um, and also consider joining if you would like so you can speak to me directly. Um, you can just click join and just become a channel member. Sorry, I keep forgetting that like the camera is not in the laptop, it's in the computer in this live. So consider becoming a channel member. And I'm really grateful to those folks who are really supporting the channel. And also sometimes I'll put their names at the end of videos, of like the recorded videos, because then I can add their names. But really grateful for the folks. My goal is to have 30 channel members, and there are definitely perks. Okay, if you click join, you'll see all the different perks. It won't automatically have you join. You'll be able to choose what level. And what I'm actually going to do, guys, I really want to, as a Mother's Day gift, I did a monthly reading. The reason I don't do the monthly readings anymore publicly on my channel at this point is because I don't want to be just seen as a tarot channel, right? So those of you who've been with me for a long time, you know I would do these spirit messages. So I don't want to be just grouped with the tarot reading, which there's so many on YouTube, right? Because I bring you the wellness and the woo, and I bring you much more background than a lot of tarot readers have. So if you want a monthly reading, and it's a you choose, and it was really good this month, the primary energy had to do with abundance. Click join, you'll get to see that, the complete video. What I think I'm going to do though, actually as a gift, is take the video and I'm going to put it, let's see, it is the 11th, but there's still a lot of the month left. So you can get the message that came through that I channeled. And so also it's a you choose. So you can choose choice 1, choice 2, or choice 3. 3 different collectives, collective 1, collective 2, collective 3. Their messages all had to do with abundance and how it would play out this month and what action, what steps, what thought processes you needed to embody, okay? Because that's how my readings always are. You're given, it's proactive. You're not passive at all. You're a very powerful manifesting being. So do check that out. I'd love to see you inside. And let me put up Vive's other comment. Thank you, Vive, for being here. Loving the sunshine and love your videos, especially your affirmations, chakras, and live chats. Thank you, honey. I really appreciate that. That is so sweet of you. Thank you. And thank you for saying. Really, really appreciate that. Because, you know, if you've seen any YouTube channel, often they change over time. And so sometimes the folks who liked one thing, they don't like the other thing. And so, you know, you might see a channel that has like 50,000 subscribers and then they get like 500 views. YouTube doesn't always send the videos out. So V-Bay, I really appreciate you and appreciate you saying that. That is so, so sweet. I'm probably going to screenshot that actually. I love that. I love that. I love that. Thank you. And how is your Mother's Day, V-Bay? Are you dealing with anything yourself? Are you dealing with any, is your mom still with us? Or like where are you in terms of Mom's Day? And B had shared that, yeah, she's estranged from her mother. Mm-hmm. B, yeah. And you look towards the Divine Mother, Mother Gaia now. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I hope that was really helpful. And let me just see here. So what we did, just to recap, we did some affirmations. I'm learning to mother myself with tenderness, patience, and love. The Second one we did was the love I longed for lives within me now. The third affirmation we did is each breath is an invitation to come home to myself. I really like that one. Um, we talked about sort of poor mothering and the stress on mothers, that not every woman is meant to be a mother, what it means to mother ourselves. I named about 4 different things, and we did a quick self-soothing ritual, and we did the journaling prompt. So go back if you're just cutting in. Go back once I'm not live anymore. I gave a great journaling prompt, and then we did the loving kindness meditation. So, but remember, you are a blessing. There's a reason you're here. I really believe that all of us have a purpose. Like genuinely, it could be something that seems innocuous. Maybe you bake cakes and they're wonderful, beautiful cakes that people give for their birthday, right? Um, and it just brings joy to people, and like that's your gift, right? um, Maybe some of you, you're like a swim coach, and through swimming maybe there's just 2 young girls or 2 young boys who you help build their self-esteem so much as a coach, their whole life is different. I'm getting choked up as I say that, so I think this is someone specifically, especially someone who is a coach and works with kids. So you just build their confidence so much that years later they still remember you. In fact, I had a teacher like that, you guys. I had a teacher in high school. Was it high school? I think it was high school. It was either high school or junior high. I think it was high school. And so I was talented in art from a young age. Like I could just draw really well, and I got a lot of praise for it. And this teacher was just so kind. I think I even went over to her house one time, which now we hear so many stories, right? But I feel like I remember, and she was just showing me all these wonderful books, like art history books, and encouraging me. And I just really felt like, she saw something in me. So you have a gift. There's a reason you're here, even if your mom is either passed on or she just couldn't give you the mothering that you needed, right? Remember, we can mother ourselves. Oh my goodness. Okay. Vibe, I'm just seeing your comment. Hold on. That is wild. That is wild. He says, I work with children and feel yours speaking to me. Vibe, I don't even know why I went into that like tangent. Exactly. Like I said, I don't think you were here yet, Vibe. I said that often, maybe 12 people will be watching live, and like 3 of them will be like, exactly, I was just thinking about this, Viv. This is so amazing. And then I saw that you're live and I came over and this is just the problem I was having. So, like I said, I don't even know I'm like working with children. Like it just came. Yeah. So for you, yeah, you work with children and you may not know the effect you're having on them. Like I said, that years later, they're like, oh, I still remember, and they name you and they talk about you and they're like, she was so sweet. She really encouraged me. You could change their whole life, the whole trajectory of their life based on that one kindness. Then maybe they decide to go to this high school. Maybe there they meet the love of their life. Maybe then they get this particular career. You could just have such a powerful effect. So yeah, I'm sure I was saying that for you, and think there's going to be some others in the replay. Yeah, thank you for saying that. So Vibe, consider becoming a channel member. I think that you get a lot from the channel and it would really support you. I'll tell you a couple of things that you get as a channel member. My gosh, the person's playing like some weird kind of corny music really loud now. Can you guys hear that? It's like piano music. I think it is the apartment over because it's not coming from above, it's coming from like over there. Anyway, it's Sunday. It's funny, Sunday, I always really like classical music because my dad, let's talk about poor fathering, he was very, very Christian and he felt that we shouldn't play like secular music on a Sunday. So classical music was the music that I could play on Sunday. So interesting because this is like piano music and I don't hear any words. Wow. Okay, so for channel members, they get at the beginning of the month some sort of oracle reading, channeling, some sort of intuitive message at this point. We do a live, usually like the third, it'll be the third or fourth weekend. I'll go live and I'm able to see you. If you want to have your camera on, you can ask me questions. So, like personal, not just out here public on the YouTubes, right? Where you can't, say certain things or you're worried or you're shy. And also, like I said, I'll be able to see you, do like Zoom or whatever. And what else? Oh, at the highest level, there's definitely some art print discounts. I wish I could show you guys. I have goddesses from all traditions, Celtic traditions, some Asian traditions, Native American. I have a Hawaiian goddess, Pele, like printables, and you get like, I think it's 50% off, guys, as a channel member at the higher tier, which I want to say is $8.99 a month. And you also get behind the scenes videos, like short ones of like what I'm doing that I may not share publicly. Um, there's like two other things. There's two. You get to vote in polls of like what I should make next. But anyway, check that out. Hit the join button, and then you'll be shown the different tiers. All right. Now, does anybody want me to pull cards for them? Who is here? And if you are a channel member, I will go first to you. Okay? So let me see. Give me a yes if you'd like a card drawn for you. And also, yes, I'm going to wait a little bit. Okay, now I hear some words. I don't know what they're listening to. Maybe some sort of ministry thing? I can't tell. Okay. Hey guys who are here, do you want a card draw? And I'm going to say the theme is, because yes, I do like to do this. So it's not like every week, oh, a card draw, a card draw. There's a theme. How can you better integrate the mother energy into your life? That's the question. So I will pull on that for you. If you give me a yes that you want to. Oh, hey, VBay. Yeah, no, the channel membership VBay is like right here on YouTube where you just, if you click join, you'll see the 3 different tiers and you'll see the different like things you get. I offer coaching on my, and this is free for all of you. It's like, check it out. There's a quiz I made. It's a really beautiful quiz based on 5-element theory. And you put in what's happening, if you have any health issues, and it kind of tells you what your energy imbalance is. So check that out. It's called, what did I name that? Did I name that the inner wellness? But let me get, so who would like a reading? Let me come back to you guys because I clicked away now. Let me see, StreamYard. Okay. If you don't want a reading, then I'm just going to go. Nisha. Hi, Nisha Shanae. Is that a new name for me? All right, Nisha. I'm going to go get my cards. I'll be right back. Hold on. Let's see. Hey, guys. So yes, Anisha, like I was saying, really, I want to get to 30 channel members by the end of this month. It's an ambitious goal, but be part of that community. And especially if you like the intuitive readings, and you guys, genuinely, the reading I did, like I said, it was abundance. In fact, Nisha and V Bebe, I am going to put out that members only video. I need to edit a little bit out of it. And like I'm going to edit the intro and I'm going to put it live for a short time. So if you want to see it, because this month, the energy, talk about mothering, like this is just coming together in my head, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. I keep looking down. It says that's where the thing is. It was the Empress was the key theme for the month of May for the women who watch the video. So I tuned into a collective. The overall theme was the Empress in Tarot. And then you have a you choose, and you could, so collective one, collective two, and collective three had a slightly different message about how the Empress archetype would play out for them. So let me go, Nisha. Nisha, would you like the Oshun deck or the sort of ethereal starseed deck? Yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying Happy Mother's Day. All right. I'm going to shuffle them anyway because they were out for a previous reading and I need to clear them. So I've got to shuffle quite a bit, Nisha. V baby, sure, sure, sure. Okay. Okay, so Nisha, I am going to go with what is the message? Okay, because I get to choose the theme. It makes sense. That way the video it's cohesive. Okay. So it's going to be, what do you need to know to even to mother yourself, to nourish yourself, to nurture yourself into love, abundance, and grace on this Mother's Day? So Nisha, which one do you want though? Nisha, you've got to tell me, you get to choose. Do you want the Oshun, which is the African Orisha? It's just Oshun, different manifestations, or the Starseed Oracle, which is more, Starseed is the idea that many of us came from other planetary systems and are here to do good. Okay, so Nisha and Vibe, tell me which one you'd like. Okay, waiting for you guys. And I might have where you have to wait a minute. I do that. I think I did that so like no one person could spam comment. Hey guys, if you're just joining, go back afterwards because I did a whole thing on mothering and mother self. All right. Nisha says the first one. Okay, the Oshun. And okay. I dropped out for a little bit, right? I have Rose. Speaking of essential oils, if you do need to mother yourself, Bay or B, I don't know if you left. You shared your story and then I don't know what happened. Um, oh yeah, V Bebe, choose which deck. I have jasmine and I have lavender. I'm going to anoint the cards with a little bit of rose. So rose, jasmine, and lavender, especially rose and jasmine, are very much tied. Of course, rose is considered like it's the queen of flowers. Okay, so this is for Nisha. What does Nisha know to more completely nourish and mother herself for greater abundance, greater health, greater love? And these are both new decks, so hopefully I may have to, here, Nisha. This is the message for Nisha. Wow, Nisha, very powerful. Oshun the Magi. All right. That's a very powerful card, Nisha. I'm wondering your age because you can see it shows an older woman, a wise woman, right? Alchemy, transformation, and change. So this is a magi is basically a magician, a wise woman, a powerful woman. She would be an elder in the community would be who would be visited for advice, wisdom, healing. So alchemy means taking what, sorry guys, I'm really enjoying the rose. Alchemy means taking what is either poisonous, negative, and turning it, spinning it into gold, spinning it into. So an example would be someone who was abused as a child who then becomes a fierce child advocate, becomes like a lawyer or a child advocate at the courts, becomes a mother, takes foster children in. So Oshun, the Magi, transformation and change. I'm going to get the book because I want to. You're 33? Okay. Nisha, I'm going to get the book because I want to read you. It either gives an affirmation. Okay, hold on here. Oh, man. Okay, hold on, guys, because now I have to do. Ooh, I have to do something else. I got to prop something here so we have good connectivity. All right, I have to fix our connectivity. Okay, let's see. This is the Faces of Oshun deck. Hey, Oriana. So it looks like YouTube is finally sending out that I'm live. It takes a while. Plus, of course, it's Mother's Day, so I get it. Most people watch on the replay. So this is for Nisha. Nisha, your affirmation with this card, hold it up, okay? Your affirmation is, I transform challenges into opportunities. So what challenge are you going through now? Okay, there's a seismic shift. You're going through something. Um, you're going through intense upheaval. Okay, okay. But you're being told, don't underestimate your power to change your world and the world around you. Because, like I said, the Magi is a very powerful woman. Okay. She has wisdom now. You're 33. It's interesting. 3-3, right? The number 3 very much has to do with transformation, actually. Like that, I know I don't do like numerology per se, but the number 3 is what is change, right? The 2 is duality, but 3 is where you can start to really see change. There's no room to be passive, so you need to stop being passive. You need to be the architect of your destiny. You need to tap into your magical power. Nisha, how does this ring for you? So you're definitely going through something here, but you're being told you have the power to transform it, to change it. Okay, so don't look at what you're going through as look at what could come out of it. I'm getting a sense that there's definitely some positive change that can come out of it. Yep, embrace the upheaval, make conscious choices. Yeah. That's what a wise woman does. Make conscious choices. Don't get into victim mindset, okay? Because then you're sort of inviting that. Remember your magical power. Remember your ability. Get clear on what you want, Nisha. Okay? It's a very, very powerful card. Yeah. So I'm sure she's going to respond. I'm going to go on. Vibe, no, I was just asking, would you like from the Oshun deck or would you like from the Starseed deck? This is now for Vibe. Okay. Oriana, and so I'm returning this Oshun the Magi, but that is a very powerful card, Nisha. If I were you, I'd be very happy with that card and that message. It's a big message. Make conscious choices. You're going through a lot of change, upheaval. You may feel like they say, like the rug is pulled out from under you. Yeah, something sudden might have happened for you, but you can alchemize that into something. Let's see what she says. Okay, V Bebe says, Oshun. Okay, absolutely. Absolutely. So let me sort of recharge. I'm going to add some lavender now. Sweetening the deck. Okay, Oshun's all about, and I like to go along the edges of the deck. V Bebe. So again, the question is, and Oriana, I was just talking about mothering. The theme was, how can we mother ourselves? I keep looking down because that's where on my laptop I can see your questions. So it's more like where I'm getting the interaction versus you guys, you're up at the phone, it's just the back of my phone, and I just see like a little dot. It's hard for me to like focus on the dot. Like, it's a person, it's a plane, it's a bird, it's a person. All right, I'm shuffling for V Bebe. You're 33. Okay, that's weird. Okay, now see, we're getting into weird. See, this is what I'm talking about. Nisha was 33. V Bebe says I'm 33. I'm the Saturn return happens, I think, at 27, 28. So it's not, but that's interesting. The number three is it's transformation, and you guys are, it's twice, right? 3, 3. Interesting. Like, what are the odds? You see what I'm saying? It's always a couple of folks, and there's some really magical resonance while you're here. I mean that. This happens all the time, all the time. Because I'm not for a large group. And for those who are deeply spiritual, those who are wanting to tap more into their intuition, they may be connected or worshipers of the divine feminine, and whatever their cultural or affinity group is, this is for the Bay. Okay, what did you get? Okay, you got something upside down. That's not bad, but I typically read it as you're having difficulty with it. So let's see what this is. Ooh, ocean of envy, jealousy, self-doubt, inadequacy. Okay, put it up here. Okay, don't feel bad. This is some shadow. This is some shadow stuff here, V Baby. All right? Isn't that a beautiful card? I love it. I love it. Okay, listen. I'm good. When I pull, I'm good. So you're definitely going through some stuff. Envy, jealousy, self-doubt, inadequacy. So you're having some feelings of not being enough, which is interesting that you're here. And that's what this was about. Those of you coming in late, like I said, we were talking about how to mother ourselves. Go back and watch it. We did 2 practices. We did some affirmations for mothering ourselves. All right, because this is a new deck to me. I mean, I've had it now like 3 weeks, maybe a month. Okay. And I did do a deck review. If you're interested on my channel, I go through the deck. I don't show every card because to me, I'm like, you don't see every card. I did like a third of them to see if you like it. And I also interviewed the woman who created the deck. But let's go back to V Bebe. So V Bebe, I see the beauty in me as your affirmation. I see the beauty in me. Tell me what's going on. Why are you doubting yourself so much? I feel like there's another woman, it's another female involved. Confront your feelings and with honesty and use them as a catalyst for positive change. Okay? So this goddess are saying, yeah, it serves as a mirror for self-reflection and growth. Definitely a shadow area, but who are you jealous of or who's triggering you right now? Who and I start to say who's making you feel inadequate, but that's I'll give you an example in my family. I was sharing this with someone recently. I did not realize I made them feel inadequate. I literally didn't. They said something to me and I was like, what? You know, and over the years, clearly they're comparing themselves to me and they feel that they don't hold up. It's nothing that I've said, and especially the first time they sort of revealed this, I was like, what are you talking about? Some of it was to do with weight, appearance, like they were comparing. So I'm really curious. Who is this happening with? So I'm going to read your comments right now. I'm going to pause and I'm going to put them up. Okay. So a lot of growth and transformation healing has been happening this past year for me. I'm about to turn 34 in June. Okay. But do you see that this is an issue that might be holding you back, feedback? And I'm going to put it up. I experienced a relationship, and you guys can see it on screen. I embraced a relationship that I felt dimmed my light, and I have been healing. Yeah. So maybe it's more the inadequacy, because that's like the third. Yeah. Folks can do that. They can attack a toxic person, to your point, can, if they sense vulnerability, they can come in and literally like gut your third chakra. So, V-Bay, look at my videos I have one that specifically is like a meditation on the third chakra. That's your power center. And so if you're feeling inadequate, that's the chakra that I would address. Okay, V-Bay? Go to my homepage on my channel. I think I have chakra playlists, and then just look for the third chakra playlist and watch that. So they've decimated you. It's like, I hate to say it like this, it's like they scooped out your third chakra and they just like took it. Again, it's not a thing that can be taken, but it can be damaged. Your sense of self-love, your sense of power, your sense of yourself and your value. So yes. All right. For sure. For sure. All right. The numbers of viewers are going up just as I've been live for like an hour. An hour. And now it's getting hot. Hold on, guys. Let me, oh Lord. I'm going to turn on the air, then I'm going to read for the next person. Okay. And so Nisha says, so I'm going to put up Nisha's comment. Okay. You guys may know I am not a big air conditioning person. I really don't like air conditioning, but I think I'm going to turn the air on here. Hold on. Not just fan. I'm going to turn air, auto, cool. Okay, yeah, no, it's 25 degrees centigrade. Hold on. Guys, I'm dealing with this like European. I'm going to do 22. 22 centigrade. Oh, that already feels good. You could say, like, whew. I don't have hot flashes, but as a woman of a certain age, heat, being too hot makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. I don't like to feel too hot. I don't like to feel too cold. Okay. So Nisha says, it's crazy you pull that card because I definitely take anything negative and turn it into my superpower. That's, yeah, that's a very powerful card. You really got a very powerful card. It's saying you have that ability. It's almost like you can, in some cultures, the gods and goddesses are said to like, they'll swallow poison, but they can, and they won't be poisoned. Does that make sense? It's like they can transmute it. So I'm really happy for you. That's great, Nisha. All right. Who else was I supposed to read for? I read for Vibe, and I'm so sorry you're having a relationship like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some folks look for victims, they look for those, or sometimes they're just damaged. Sometimes they're just damaged, and it's not like a deliberate, like, I'm going to mess with this person. I'm going to F with this person. Um, Sometimes they're just, maybe there was love, but then they got scared, right? And started to destroy it, right? Yeah. I just got quiet. Oh, hey, Joy. Hey, Joy, Joy. How are you? All right. Hey, beautiful. See, YouTube is now sending out, it's like I've been talking for an hour and I keep looking down for those of you who just joined because I got my laptop here. I got my laptop, right? Which needs to be cleaned off. But I'm like, I never have the right cleaning thing for it. So it just continues to build up soot and grime. So I'm going to pull for Joy. Joy, you have to tell me. I think I can pull for one other person after Joy as well. So tell me, do you want the Oshun deck? Right? It's African Orisha. Can use for anyone. She is the divine feminine, the great mother, one manifestation, or the starseed deck, which is a little more spacey, ethereal. Okay. So Joy is going to tell me which one she wants. And yes, thank you. Happy Mother's Day as well. And that's why my theme was mothering, how to mother ourselves. All right. And we started off on a really intense, sad note. We had someone was sharing the difficulty with her mom and abuse. And, we've just been through all the feels. Okay. We've been up, we've been down. So yes. Hey, beautiful love. I am so glad you are here. Okay, Joy says you want the ocean. Okay. You guys, I'm going to wait for like 20 minutes after I stop the video. I'm going to put my Amazon link, okay? Use it if you are interested in this deck or anything else because I am an Amazon affiliate, okay? So I need to clear this. Okay, Joy, hang on 1 second. I've been adding essential oil each time as I go from person to person. Okay. Okay, and we've got the wonderfully feminine scents of lavender, rose, which is the key essential oil for women, and jasmine also. You don't have to buy that really fancy essential oil that swears that it's like God's gift. It's like God's sweat distilled. Okay, you don't. I forget what it's called. Many people are really sold on them. It's fine. I honestly am very happy with it's Oracacia. You can find it in most health food stores, in the US. It's absolutely fine. You can also find it in organic. So I think they're organic. I forget if it was rose, was really, really nice. Okay. So let me clear the deck for Joy. Let me clear the deck for Joy. I love that. Joy, the question was, because it's my show and I decided to make it this for Mother's Day, how can the individual in question best mother themselves in terms of love, abundance, and joy in their lives? What do they need to know to bring more of that into their lives? So this is for Joy. Joy is very clear. This card wanted, okay, and you have it upside down. So as I said, upside down in a reading from me just means you're having some difficulty with it, with the message. Okay, so let's see, what is the message? Wow, listen, you need to take this in. Ocean rising. There it is. Ocean rising. Okay, let me see if I can bring it closer. Look at what it means. Awakening, enlightenment, insight. Okay, she's working with the fire. Ocean rising. So in some way, Joy, are you not acknowledging your own brilliance or insight? Because that's just a very good card. It's a card saying that you're at a certain level, a point of development. It's number 39. So let me see. Let me see if I can get you the exact. And I see something coming in. Hold on. Let me see what Abiola. This deck is by Abiola Abrams. She's an acquaintance of mine. We're YouTube friends. Okay. Her channel, you can check her out. Her brand is like Womanifesting. We talk about a lot of the same things, but she has like broke out and made this beautiful deck with Hay House. Let me show you the back of it. Okay. So this is for Joy. Joy, it says, your affirmation is, I move forward with clarity and purpose. Okay. It's okay. So I'm just going to paraphrase. You've been waiting for some sort of sign to make a big move, right? Or to pursue that scary dream. Okay. I can see that's why it's reversed. But you're holding yourself back for some reason. So Joy, what is that about? Joy says, yes, that resonates. Yeah. That resonates. So what is that about? This card signifies a moment of clarity, an aha moment where everything aligns. But again, it's reversed. So you're either missing the cues, you're not taking them. It's like the Fool card, you're supposed to take a jump, take a leap, but you're sort of backing away. Oshun rising recalibrates your spiritual compass. Say goodbye to old paradigms and outdated beliefs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what's holding you back, Goddess? What's holding you back, Joy? Is it fear? Because you came in and I could feel you had a very bright energy. Just literally from your greetings, I felt that, Joy. But what is holding you back from this, from Oshun rising, awakening, enlightenment, insight? So very, very powerful. What is holding you back? I think it's fear. I'm getting that it's fear. And I just got a very slight, like heart, like, is it heartache? Is there some sort of heartbreak, Joy? And beautiful love, how are you doing? Give me more. Give me more. How are you? How are you doing? It's nice to have you here. Okay, Joy says, let's see what Joy says. I got to click on. She says, oops, sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. Okay, so to show. Joy says, and you can read it along with me, uncertainty, a new way of being I haven't experienced before. Well, it's positive. It's something beautiful and positive. I'm going to pull a second card for you, Joy. Hold on. Because I'm feeling like, of course, now I'm getting too cool, people. I'm like, it's cold. I'm so cold. Okay. I'm feeling I'm supposed to do this deck, and it's 22 degrees centigrade, which is apparently too cold for me, but it's blowing right down on me, you guys. In Europe, I mean, I just feel like it's different. In Europe, they put their air conditioners like really high and then angled down. I can't explain it. So it's like blowing right on me in a way. It's not, they don't typically put it like at the window. It's like high up anyway. Okay. All right. Let me shuffle because Joy needs to get needs me to pull this card. I'm being told. Okay. So beautiful love is doing good. Uncertainty. Okay, joy. Let's look more at the sort of cosmic soul level. What is this? Fear that joy has. Joy Janae. Okay, two cards are stuck together. Joy. Okay. Oh my God. You guys, I can't make this up. I was holding the deck in my hand. I get this card all the time. And look, she got it upside down. Joy, 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 joy. You're being called. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. This is saying the same thing. You guys, this is saying, look at this beautiful card. I love this. I love this here. Hold on. So this woman, and there's this huge portal, right? Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. You're being called, Joy. Do you guys see how this works? I pull this enlightenment, insight, awakening. She's having trouble. Card is upside down. I pull from another deck. She gets the same message. Again, you're being called. Is there some sort of training? Joy, I want to talk to you. What is it you're being called to do that you're not doing? I feel that you know what it is. I feel that you know what it is. Is it, do you want to start a healing center? Like what is it that you're like at the precipice of and you're kind of like hesitating? You should, take the step. Joy, yeah, joy, I get this card a lot. I usually do get it upright, but not all the time because I do pull every day. It's a beautiful, I love this deck. Do you see how celestial that is? Right? And it's like the wind is blowing and she's moving towards this opening and you don't know. But so let me read you from that book a little bit because this deck does something a little bit different. Hold on. This is for joy, but also many of you, sometimes there'll be a theme. So some of you watching, this is also the case for you or you would not be watching. And the light is changing, you guys, so let me see. Yes, okay. I literally remember it now. This card is that you came to Earth with a double mission, meaning it was to do something good for the planet, for humans, but it was also for your own growth. You have to remember that. The problem with this card is sometimes well, first of all, I think you're not trusting yourself that you have these gifts to share, right? It says your soul has many unique gifts that came here to share. I just said that, okay? Some you may be already aware of, but others you haven't discovered yet. So Joy, what are you thinking about that you're just, LOL, I don't know, I just don't know where to start? I don't believe you that you don't know. I mean, do you love plants? Do you like crystals? Do you like writing? What do you already love to do, Joy? It's not going to be something that's so distant that it wouldn't register. It's not going to be like, yeah, like if you, I don't know, for some reason, I'm getting Arabic as to use that as my example. It would be like somebody in China suddenly feeling like, oh, I have to go learn Arabic. It's something that's closer to you that you could start and then it will grow and develop. Okay. So what you're supposed to do, and I'm really, for any of you that resonate with this, you're supposed to really envision that this card is at your heart. Okay. You're holding that card at your heart, and I'm going to read you the activation. That's what this step does. It says, I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I've received throughout all of my lifetimes. As I told you, this deck is very celestial. It's talking multiple lives. I'm ready to embody them all now. I fully commit to being here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling. I've been training for this for lifetimes. That, like I said, I get this card a lot. I've been training for this for lifetimes. So, Joy, yeah, what do you like? Did you like making art? Did you like writing? Did you like being in nature? What do you already like that, you know? Oh, Joy says, well, I am an artist. Well, there you go. Um, it's probably something to do with your art. But you're being called to something bigger with it. But yeah, your soul, consider that your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. Oh, wait, I have to read you this part. I have to read her this part. It says, if you're being called towards a creative project, a passion or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the right way. So, yeah, you have to do the work. And with this, I've given you a lot because Spirit came back with the same message. It's like when, a kid's like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? It's the same message in two different ways. You are being called. You're really at the cusp of something. And it's just a fear of stepping forward into that thing. So, guys, again, please become a channel member. If you like this, you would like being a member more, you're supporting the channel, and you're getting the monthly intuitive guidance, which, as I said, I think I'm going to put that, please watch it, those of you who are here live, because I'm going to untake it from a member. It's a member video now, members only. I'm going to edit the very beginning, and I'm going to put it up temporarily. It is the energy of the month of May, okay? So I'm going to leave it up maybe for a day because I want you guys to see what being a channel member, what's one of the main perks. And we also do a live together, different than this. Obviously, I can't see you. I don't really know who you are. When channel members, we have a live. Over time, I'll get to know you and you can ask me questions and it can really be an ongoing dialogue and what you're doing and to check in and be really nice and be really personal. So if you love this channel, if you enjoyed, me pulling the cards and sharing my insights, which I'm absolutely definitely deeply intuitive. I mean, here we go. Oh, Oriana, okay, you'll be the last person, my love. So, Joy, if you are an artist, it's very likely something to do with your creative aspect. It could be travel for your creativity. I don't know. You also are welcome to come for a full reading, any of you. I do a chakra energy clearing, chakra energy balancing. I basically sort of kind of up level your energy. And guys, got the piano music again. Work with the chakras. I tune into them, feel which one is weak, which ones are stronger. Usually one or two call out to me. I sort of go in energetically and create a shift. Women, it's been all women so far, have said they feel something. They either feel warmth, they feel tingling. So this is a distance healing. That is on my website, intheflowofmagic.com. Let me put that up. This is if you're stuck. That's what I always say. Hold on, let me put the banners. This is what I always say that it's good for, is when one is stuck, okay? When you're stuck in some area. So I'm going to do one more before I go. And again, please go back and watch from the beginning. We were talking about how to mother ourselves, all right? And then I open it up and often will, though I'm going to start to reserve this more for members. I think it's Oriana. And we had something with the number 3, right? 2 women were 33. Oriana, would you like the Oshun deck or the Starseed? You got a sample of both of them, Oriana, previously? You're welcome, Joy. So I'm waiting just for Oriana to tell me, and in the meantime, let me shuffle and break the deck. I don't know, you guys, today I'm just really loving the essential oils. So I think the next thing that I will share with members, channel members, is a little bit about what I'm doing here in Sardinia. Um, all of you are welcome to tell me what you would like. Oriana says, Oshun. Okay. Okay, definitely. All right. Okay. The Ocean deck, popular today. Okay. And again, the message, the theme of the questions for this live, since it is Mother's Day, how can we best mother ourselves? But that leads to increased self-love, increased prosperity, increased joy, a fully nourished woman. Okay. And hang on, I'm going to do one thing. Huh. How can I lose? Oh, here it is. Here it is. That's why I don't like air conditioning. I get cold so fast. I'm like, oh, I feel like I had a lettuce or a carrot in a refrigerator. I'm being chilled. Oriana, this message is for you, for the spirit. Oh, wow. Nice. Again, so it's upright. So that means that this is something that you can really access with ease. It says Oshun's voice chakra. Do you sing, Oriana, or speak, or poetry? Let me hold it up for you, okay? This is for Oriana. Authenticity, individuality, and self-expression, okay? But you could see how this could also be for joy, so that's interesting. That's why it's good for you to stick around sometimes in the lives, because the theme will come up. So this is very much about expression, expressing yourself. It's going to be part of your healing and your increasing your abundance, your joy, your affirmation, Ariana, is this. Are you ready? Okay. I am unapologetically me. I am unapologetically me. And I express myself authentically and freely. And so on this card, they're trying to show a goddess with doing multiple things. She's singing, right? And she looks really happy. She's got a book open. She's drawing or writing with one of her other hands. She's got other implements, right? Look at this. Look at the colors. So are you working with, oh my gosh, she says, wow, this. Yes. Oriana, tell me a little bit, okay? It's a beautiful card. And as I said, it's upright. It's not something that you're stuck. You're not stuck. Okay. She represents the liberating. Here, I'm going to hold it up while I read. She represents the liberating and healing powers of authentic self-expression. Your personal and unique voice matters, Oriana, and the world becomes a richer place when you contribute your individual perspective and flair. Mm-hmm. It's definitely encouraging creativity for you, creative expression in your own way, not following what you may have been told. So I want to know more. I want to know more about what is it that you do. Let's see what she says. Okay, yeah, no, I see a response here. It is a beautiful card. Oriana says she's healing from shame and guilt, want to stop wearing the mask. So for you, okay, remember also, you may not know, Oriana, I am a retired art professor and artist myself. Wow, no, look at this. Look at the colors. It's a beautiful card. I also pull this quite a bit. So Oriana, your healing is going to be through some sort of creative expression. Now, I don't know that it can be visual, but as it says, the voice chakra, maybe it's poetry. Guys, the person turned this thing up and it's like kind of tinny. I'm very sensitive and it's like tinny and it's like feels like it's right behind the wall, which as I'm thinking about the way the apartment layout is, it might be. I'm like, oh, duh. Because there's my bedroom is behind me, but then it stops and that's the other apartment. So it sounds like they're in that room that we share a wall. But Oriana, what is your favorite way of expressing? Do you sing? Do you use your voice? Are you more visual, colors, color expression, maybe through your clothing? or through your hair. Yeah. So your way of healing is going to be through some sort of creative expression that you validate. Nisha says that is such a beautiful card. It really is. Yes, you like dancing. So you can dance out the feelings. Dance out the feelings. I mean, there's such a sense of movement in this card, right? It's like swirling. So yeah, Oriana, what I would do is put on some music that you like. Let me recommend this. I'm gonna literally go get the channel for you. Okay, hold on. Here, let me go. It's called Kukuwa African Dance, but there's so many. I mean, that might not be your jam. Hold on here, but I'm gonna go to them. Literally, you guys, don't laugh at me because I was telling this like acquaintance of mine, and she's getting kind of snarky because I said I just do 5 minutes, and it's like amazing, and she's like, 5 minutes? I said to her, you hold on, you do 5 minutes of their dance, and then you come back and tell me. Okay, I'm copying it for you, Oriana. Hold on here. I'm going to put it right in the Kukuwa African dance, literally in 5 minutes. If I'm depressed or I'm stressed, I'm laughing by the end of the 5 minutes because they go so fast. They don't like warm. They say they're warming you up, but their warm up is like. So I'm laughing by the end of it. So this is the channel, but it's also called Kukuwa. Kukuwa. Okay, wait. Kukuwa African dance. But maybe it's some other type of music or, it could be Latin dance, anything like the music that you want to hear. I like world music a lot. I like kind of Middle Eastern music a lot. Yeah. So put the music on and just dance. You are welcome. You're welcome. But it's definitely going to be your healing. You need to express yourself. We all need to. I'm saying this for me as well. Instead of holding our emotions in, when our emotions get locked in, blocked, or repressed, that is when we get ill. Let me repeat that. When our emotions, whether it's grief, right? Some feeling with Mother's Day, there can be grief, sadness, disappointment, anger. When we block our emotions, our body finds a place almost to house the emotion. Take my stress test, you guys, and let me put that here. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the page for you. It is completely free and it's based on my 5-element I didn't invent the 5 elements. Wait, I didn't invent the 5 elements. I didn't mean it to sound like that. This is based on holistic system that is the same as acupuncture. And so there are 5 elements, and it relates to the organs in our body, our liver, our kidney, our spleen, pancreas, our heart, different emotions, imbalances. So take my quiz. It is free, and find out, especially if you're having any physical symptoms, okay? That's the coaching I'm doing right now, is based on that quiz. If you would like me to go through the quiz with you and just talk about what's happening for you, and if you're interested in coaching, you can just book a Clarity and Calm call. It's only $25, and in that call, I look at the quiz with you and we discuss like what's going on, what's causing this. I kind of break it down for you, okay? So I think for some of you that would be very helpful. And then I offer 3 sessions of coaching or a full 8 session, all right? And this is all based on my training as a massage therapist, which I have done for years, specifically a shiatsu therapist, which works with the meridians, and my background as a yoga teacher as well. So for some of you, this could be really, really helpful. Again, it's in the chat there. So on that note, I think that with the guidance that I provided, even those of you in the replay, are going to relate to this. It seems like there was a theme of taking a step forward, creative expression, for healing. That was definitely a theme. And like I said, I am going to briefly edit out the intuitive video that I did for members, and I'm going to put it up for a short time. So all of you who are here, you're going to want to watch it. It's also a you choose. So you'll choose which part of the reading is for you, and I do have timestamps, okay? So Oriana, Nisha, V Bebe, you probably want to watch this. Give me about 15, well, more than 15 minutes because I've got to edit it and then upload it to YouTube. But it is the reading for the month of May that was for members only, just to give you a taste of what being a member of the channel would be like. That's one of the perks, all right? Mwah. So on that note, I'm going to do that right now. Oop, new comment coming in. You're welcome. You are welcome. Yes, yes. And all of you watching, again, 5 minutes, Kukua African dance. You will feel amazing. They have 15 minutes. They have 20 minutes if you can go that long. The 5 minutes was a 30-day challenge they had to move your body for 5 minutes. Amazing, especially if you suffer from any depression, okay? So Oriana, you are very, very welcome. And let's just close together, you guys. Take a deep breath together. Belly goes out. Feel yourself, feel yourself, feel yourself. Get inspired, exhale. One more time. Inhale, open your arms. Like you're scooping energy up, 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 up. Touch your palms together over your head. Look up. Pull your palms down. I'm sending you out now. Energy, distance, energy healing to all of you in this collective, watching this channel. Those that will watch in the future, those that are watching now. May you be blissed and blessed. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was really nice to be here. Wow, I actually like the light better now than when the sun was blaring in on me. See you soon. Bye-bye.